Shelly and Fraser Pryce, or Shericka Jackson? Who is your Jamaican Sportswoman of the Year 2022? Welcome back to the channel, people. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, thank you for making it Peter Lloyd World. Now go ahead, please hit that subscribe button so we can continue to grow. When you do that, go in and hit the notification bell so you know when the next video drops. We drop a video at least once a day here on Peter Lloyd World. Also, if you enjoy the content, please hit that like button. And finally, leave your thoughts. After this sports analysis where we take a look at and we break down the races. So, when you're ready, yep, good to go. Now, this question as to which of these two great ladies will become the Jamaican Sportswoman of the Year for 2022 is really one left up to you. Now, let me say this disclaimer. It is obvious that there probably will be other young ladies from Jamaica in the athletics arena who will also be nominated. But I believe that most of us who are reasonable, crunching the numbers, and just looking at their accomplishments for the 2022 season, would concede that the two most dominant names in terms of Sportswoman of the Year for the 2022 season in Jamaica will have to be both Shelly and Fraser Pryce and Shericka Jackson. Now, if you are still a little confused as to why, Fraser Pryce continued to create history this year in her sprint accomplishments. Now, this year at the World Championships 2022 over there in Eugene, Oregon, she became the 5-time world champion in the women's 100 meters, as well as gained the silver medal in the 200 meters, which is within itself a remarkable accomplishment. Fraser Pryce won the World Championships in 10.67, the world leading time at that time that she herself had established early in the year, and came back in the 200 meters to come second behind her compatriot Shericka Jackson. I should also note that in that 100 meters, it was Shericka Jackson who came second over the 100 meters, running a time of 10.73, which at that time was her new personal record over the women's 100 meters. Jackson won the 200 meters in an astounding second fastest all-time 200 meter run by a woman of 21.45. Jackson cemented her place as the world's greatest 200-meter runner for the 2022 season and certainly the second fastest 200-meter runner all time. Now, this, of course, is my 2 cents. When one is looking at who will be crowned the Jamaican Sportswoman of the Year, normally referenced as the RJR Sportswoman of the Year, I mean, one has to look at several factors, but as I stated, the clear 2 front runners would have to be, without a doubt, Shelly and Fraser Pryce, that 5-time world champion, gold medal run in Eugene, Oregon, not to mention her silver medal run in the women's 200-meter finals in Eugene, Oregon, as well as having the world leading time for the entire 2022 season, and in fact almost ran a unbeaten season with 1 loss, and the only loss, of course, being to her friend and compatriot, and more than likely the person who will be her greatest challenge regarding the Sportswoman of the Year award for Jamaica, Shericka Jackson. So Shelly and Fraser Pryce is clearly one of the two persons who would have to be considered. Now, as for Shericka Jackson, running the second fastest all-time 200 meters up 21.45, just 0.11 outside of 0.11, that is outside of the astounding world record by Florence Griffith Joyner, which is 34 years old, is astounding within itself, as well as the fact that Shericka Jackson won the gold medal in the World Championships, establishing herself as world champion, and also won the silver medal in the women's 100 meters. The accomplishments of both are just remarkable. So I guess it would come down to crunching the numbers. At this point, I would say the edge might be for Shelly and Fraser Pryce, only because, of course, 5 global titles, world leading time 200 meters, gold and silver at the World Championships is remarkable. But understand that Shericka Jackson, gold and silver at World Championships, also 200 meter world champion, second fastest 200 meter all time, could as well as world leading time over the 200 meters, could negate those 5 titles by the one and only Shelly and Fraser Pryce. So I think for the first time in quite some time, choosing who is going to be the Jamaican Sportswoman of the Year or the RJR Sportswoman of the Year award between these two amazing athletes is going to be tight. It might just come down to a matter of preference. And as I stated, this would be the Sportswoman of the Year for the 2022 season. So Shelly and Fraser Pryce's accomplishments prior to 2022 should not factor in the decision-making process. We would simply be looking at what she had accomplished for the 2022 season. And as I said, world leading time, only one loss for the entire season, over the 100 meters, that is, gold medal, world champion in the 100 meters, silver medalist in the 200 meters world championships. Those are astounding, but I'm going to repeat again. Shericka Jackson, second fastest 200 meter all time, people, 21.45. That alone within itself is astounding, as well as, of course, also world champion over the 200 meters, world leading time over the 200 meters, and I would also and silver medalist in the women's 100 meters world championship. So in this instance, your guess is as good as mine. I cannot say because this is going to be a tight one, and that's why I'm leaving this question to you. You all are very, very knowledgeable about track and field, and I think you will all agree with me that the title for top female athlete for the 2022 season for Jamaica, or the RJR Sportswoman of the Year award, the Jamaican Sportswoman of the Year award, will really come down to these two ladies. I can't really think there are going to be other nominees because other women accomplish great things, but I don't think anyone is actually compares. I might be being prejudiced. You let me know if you think others have to the accomplishments of these two. So I'm leaving this up to you in the comment section. Of these two remarkable talents, Shelly and Fraser Pryce or Shericka Jackson, who do you think should be awarded the Sportswoman of the Year award for the 2022 season, or also known as the RJR Sportswoman of the Year for the 2022 season? I'd love to know your thoughts. So this, of course, is my 2 cents. I want to know what your 2 cents are. Now, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and hit the like button. Remember, you are royals. Royals. Act accordingly. Kings and queens. Bless up.